koyao Masa esa e masese Masese, masese, masese Masa esa e masese Masese, masese, masese Masa esa e masese Yangona, yangona, yangona Yanga ona, yangona Tabaco, tabaco, tabaco Tabaca, oh tabaco Ausararawa, rarawa koyao Ranawa koyao Ranawa koyao Asararawa, rarawa Ranawa kalema koyao Iu masese waragu Macese, 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 macese Eu massa essa e macese Yangona, 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 gona, gona Yanga ona, yangona Tabaco, tabaco, tabaco Sararawa, rarawa koyao Yangona, yangona, yangona Sararawa, rarawa koyao Hey, tu fala bem Sararawa, rarawa koyao Mama massa essa e macese Macese, 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 macese Masa esa e macese Yangona, yangona Yanga ona, yangona Tabaco, tabaco, tabaco Tabaca, oh tabaco Ausararawa koyao sararawa rarawa rarawa kalema koyao Iu masele baragu Au sararawa rarawa koyao Rarawa koyao Rarawa koyao Asararawa rarawa rarawa kalema koyao Iu masele baragu
Nobody play no funny tricks. music, I just want to carry friend. Jamaica reggae music, I the reggae at the best. Right? You take sugar, you now have none. You drink your coffee black, and I'll have mine white. My life is a mystery, so let's live for today. We don't know our destiny, so let's love each other. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your mama say, girl. 'Cause you promised me that you'll never leave me. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. 'Cause you promised me that you'll never leave me. We dated through high school, and we had made promises to love each other. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your mama say, girl. 'Cause you promised me that you'll never leave me. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. 'Cause you promised me that you'll never leave me. So we went to a town called Gambling Town. That's at the little girl called Pauline, batching and let me turn around. Watching and let me turn around. She had the small dress, girl, all I. Lord, she had the pretty dress, girl, all I. You better go outside, go cry, Lord, because your pretty dress, girl, all I. Do it! If you love somebody new, it would make me sad. What can I do? Love is like the wind, it come and go. But you are my true love, and I'll never let go. I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your mama say, girl. 'Cause you promised me that you'll never leave. I said I'm never gonna give you up, no matter what your papa say, girl. 'Cause you promised me that you'll never leave. So run, come quick, nobody play no funny tricks. Why don't you all forgive you with the sweet music? I just you want to call it friend. Jamaica reggae music, I the reggae, I the bass. So run, come quick, nobody play no funny tricks. Why don't we all forgive you with the reggae music? I just you want to call it friend. Jamaica reggae music, I the reggae, I the bass. Oh yeah. No, never. Oh, never. No, 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 no. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it till we go insane. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it on down the lane. Let's get going to the station of love. Grab your ticket, ain't no worry, no worries at all. There's no worries at all. People come from the world just to ride our train. Lots of love in our hearts that we all can take. Hey, that we all can take.
Thank you very much, sir. Welcome everybody. We'll be between.
We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it till we go insane.
We'll be with you.
We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it on down the lane. Let's get going to the station. Oh, the station of love. Grab your ticket, ain't no worries. No worries at all. No worries at all. All aboard, climb 8 more and find you a seat. Circling a long journey is coming your way. your bags and your family. We're coming your way. We're coming your way. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it till we go insane. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it on down the lane. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it till we go insane. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it on down the lane. We're gonna jump on the reggae train.
That's right, baby.
We're gonna ride it till we go insane. We're gonna jump on the reggae train. We're gonna ride it on down the lane.
Malo. Thank you very much, guys. I want to welcome every one of you to be here for the very first Red Raider Nation show on YouTube, Facebook, app, and also radio. We'll get more information into it in a little bit, but I am very delighted to start this show, and I want to ask and welcome everybody here and ask that you may share this program, please. I know it's new, and I know that there's a lot of people that used to my old show. It was always in Tongan, but first English show, and we'll be doing bilingual. We'll be doing a Tongan version, a Samoan version, as we start to kick off this Red Raider Nation radio program. And we just want you to enjoy this ride with us. And after this song, I am going to introduce ourselves so that you get be familiar with who will be hosting you for the next hour or so. And also we will have people to come on and share some message as we try to care about our community right here in the North Shore in the coming years. But we're gonna play you this beautiful song, and then we'll get back with you in a little bit. Thank you very much. Here we go. The Kapena is our entertainer for the day.
As I was slowly passing an orphan's home one day, I stopped there for a moment just to watch the children play. A lone boy was standing, and when I asked him why, he turned with eyes that could not see, and he began to cry. I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child, just like a flower, I'm growing wild. No mama's kisses and no daddy's smile. Nobody wants me, I'm nobody's child. People come for children and take them for their own, but they just seem to pass me and I'm left here all alone. I know they'd like to take me, but when they see I'm blind, they always take some other child, and I'm always left behind. I'm nobody's child, I'm nobody's child, just like a flower I'm growing wild. No mama's kisses and no daddy's smile.
There's no mama's kisses and there's no daddy's smile. Thank you so much. Like I said, we're kicking off the Red Raider Nation radio program, and we are so happy to get this going. And we want to thank a lot of people that help us to get this show going. And at this time, we want to introduce ourselves before we bring in some people as we talk about what matters in this community and what should the best thing that we think that will help us as we try to improve everything about what we do because of our kids. My name is Siwaki Levi, and I live right here in Kahuku, grew up in Laie, graduated from Kahuku High School way back in 1978, and I think there are other people that will join us later that have graduated way before I was born. But I have a beautiful wife, Fusi Levi, and we have 6 kids, all graduated from Kahuku as well. My wife graduated from Kahuku, I did, so it's all of our children. We live here in this community, and this is where we will be for life. As we say, Red Raider for life. And, I am just joining the people that have been leading this community for many, many years as we try to, as you know, with the different things that have been happening in our little community here, it's time for us to get up and to start doing things that we believe it will benefit our children. So again, I'm better known as Coach Levi, and I teach at Kahuku High School, and almost time to retire, but very soon. But yes, very proud of this community, and so many people that will later join us. We'll have this show weekly and every week, so hopefully we'll get our community to understand that this program is focused and is built for us. Like I said, there's 4 different ways to listen to this. We have an app that I'm about to introduce. We also have a radio that you can listen to. There's a phone number you can call to listen. We also have it on Facebook and also on YouTube. So as we learn more about this program, let me introduce my co-host for the day. Let me turn the time over to him. He is no stranger for this community, so it's all yours.
Talaflava Coach from Alo. I would like to say my name is Pulefano Ngaleai. I also been an old-time friend of Laie. I live here since 1954, and I went to Laie school, and I went to Kahuku school for 2 weeks. Then I ended up in Honolulu because of the work and the things I did. But Laie has always been my home, and I've always followed our coach Levi, and all the years that they have coached Kahuku. And no matter I graduated McKinley High School, I am a Red Raider for life.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say that I've been here last year and also went to Brigham Young University and worked as a Polynesian Cultural Center for 27 years. So I'm a Laie boy.
Yep. So, as as we continue this show, we'll be talking about some of the issues and the things that happens here in our community, because we believe it's very important. Pulefano, which name do you think will be the most appropriate to address you for the people? I know that you have many names that represents yourself with the great things in your career. A lot of people just call me Levi, even though it's the last name, but I think it's easier than Siuaki. So of course, a lot of my students and my players and all the students, they call me Coach Levi. So whichever way that is easier, as long as we okay with it, So can you address the best name to address you with, Mr. Ngaleai?
Well, thank you very much, Coach. I'm like you. People call me Pule. That's what they know me of here in Laie. I'm Pulefano Ngaleai and many other things that we all did, but I prefer to be called Pule. Everybody knows me, and I know them too, like that.
Thank you very much. So I'll play. We're gonna play a song, and I'm going to call in some people to come in, because the main issue that we'll talk about here, Pulefano, is that we'll be voting soon. For the leaders of our state, our community. And we had been through a lot lately, with the, windmill and, a lot of things that came in that affect, our community. And I think it's time for us to get up and to educate our people and to try to understand, to research, to know who our leaders will be, because it's been very difficult for all the things that's been happening here in the North Shore to our people. And and I think at this show we're gonna share with you guys some of our opinion. And because a lot of the people do not know the show and what we're about to do, we ask you people to please, Mika, Valai, please help share so that Kosena, Fonoimoana, some of our people that I've asked Caroline Uruave to please, share some of the people that they may come in. And this show, Pulefano, we can invite a lot of people, even though we are here in the studio, just you and I, we can call different people from different part of the world to come and share their opinion, So because of, so the first part, Pulefano, I'm going to ask Caroline Muti Uluave to help us as we try to help the people to register to vote. Sometimes we're guilty of this, Pulefano. We just seem not to care whether I vote or not. My vote don't make any difference, So a lot of people don't show until we need help, and then we try to reach out to the leaders and they don't listen. Because, but anyway, I'll tell you the time to share some of your thoughts about that part.
Thank you. Regina Ayu and Caroline Uluave, we have really gone out and do a lot with our committee. We're involving all of us, yourself and myself, and our families, and all of the people. We're beginning to gather as many as we can and enter to the homes. And mostly is to help to register these people they can vote. There's a lot of people in Laie, I would say 80% of Laie don't even vote.
That high, 80%.
They complain, they talk about who's out there, who did what, but they don't help to solve the problem. And Caroline and Gina Ayu, who are, Gina is the chairman and Caroline is the secretary of that Folau Association of Laie Kaukuhaula.
Yeah.
We're all trying to find names and get people to register them to vote and to have them to work with us as we present our candidate to help the community become a better community. Because the people we put over there are going to help our community do the things that we ask of them.
You know, you have a great point there. And like I said, I think in Laie, Pulefano, we're so relaxed and we don't even sometimes take time to go out and register, you know, like you said. I didn't realize it was that high of, you know, percentage who don't even care to go and vote, you know. And I think this is great opportunity to have, you know what, next week we might have a lot of our people to come in. We'll call in Junior, and you know we'll be calling in Caroline in a second to come in and give us some of the way to you know to register, you know, because that is so needed. There she is, and you know we will be. Carlo, please. Sorry to bother you, but we need your help.
We want to bother you. We want to bother you
because we really need to what we want is to teach these people, to give them an insight on how to register, so that you know they can take part on what is going on. So you know, I'm gonna put our picture here and see Carolina can see us. So I don't know if she can see us, but I know the people out there can see us, you know. But I might even use this coordinate right here. But Carlo, can you please introduce yourself and then see if you can help us as we try to learn how to, you know, teach these people of what is the easiest way for them to register, please.
Yeah, I can see that.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for including me in this program.
Sorry guys, let me see. Bear with me, Caroline. I'm gonna just adjust these pictures so we can have it on. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Siwaki and Pulepano, for including me in this program. My name is Caroline Uruave. I've known Keith for a very long time. Our kids go to school together. Can you hear me?
Yes. Caroline, are you watching it live or can you just
live?
Yeah, don't watch live. That's why the feedback and delay a little bit. Can you just use the phone, the messenger phone only?
Oh, okay, phone.
Or I can call you right back if you prefer.
On the phone?
Yeah, on the phone and turn off the light. Yeah.
I'm watching live.
Yeah, don't watch live because it's delayed, and that's why the other thing. Then if you turn your volume low or mute your live, so you can just use the phone, that'll be good. Do you have two phones?
So
please help share. If you turn the volume low or mute your live, so you can just use the phone. Okay, good.
Is that better?
Phones?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, a lot better. Yeah.
Please help share. If you turn the
Carlo,
So you can just
it's best if you hang up and I'll call you right back on your messenger.
yes, yeah.
Okay? Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. If you
Okay. Okay.
the Pulefano was so fortunate to have this kind of technology. Can
Yes,
you
we are.
imagine? It doesn't matter where Carlo would be at in Honolulu or Tonga in Samoa.
We can find
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he'll be right here talking with us.
Yes, yes.
So, Carlo, Can you still hear us? Um, if you hang up, Carlo,
Maybe
then I
better you
I
call
can't
him.
call you until you hang up.
She cannot hear us.
Yeah, yeah. She just now hung up, so I can call her right back. Bear with us, people. We'll be there in a minute. So thank you. It's amazing how Pulefano. It's great to have this you know this kind of technology so that we can work things
Definitely.
out. It's
Can reach anybody, anytime, anywhere.
anywhere. Yeah, and that's what we need nowadays because it's especially with the corona. It's kind of hard to go, to go anywhere. To so it's nice to just be at home and you know,
Yes.
yep. I think
Is
it's a
that
lot
better?
better now, and the floor is yours.
Okay. Um, so sorry for what happened earlier. Okay, my name is Caroline Uluabe. I wanted to get involved with this program with Keith's campaign because 4 years ago we moved to town because I have 5 children and they all go to school in town. And when we moved back to Laie, I've noticed a lot of difference. A lot of things change. And when Keith decided to run for mayor, I figured it was a perfect opportunity for me to get involved. And I did some research, and this was some of the things that we shared in our meeting with Junior, because the meeting that we built here in Laie, in Kuhu. And what we realized, or what we've learned, is that we have a lot of people here in our community who doesn't vote. And on the link, I've shared the registration so people can see it. Everything is online, so there's no excuse for anybody not to be able to vote or register. So I'm gonna share something that I think it's important for our community to see. From Laie to Kahuku, just Laie Kahuku by itself, we had 3,000 people, 897 people who registered, and only 1,000 of you guys
Vote.
voted.
Wow.
Okay, so that's just Laie and Kahuku. District 47, which include Hauula, from Ka'ava to Hauula, we have 5,000 people, 384, and only 1,090 and 952
Wow.
people.
That's what I meant when I said that.
When
it's
you
okay.
said, Pulvano, when you said 80% don't vote, you were not kidding.
They're
And-
eligible, but they don't vote.
Yeah.
They just don't make it
So,
important.
with those numbers, we have 9,281 who
Wow.
registered to vote, and we have 3,321 people who vote. That leaves us
Move the
5,900
sign back a little bit. Move the sign back.
there.
A little center to right there. A little lower.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We have total people that registered,
Wow.
9,000.
Wow.
3,000 people voted,
Wow.
6,000 didn't even vote.
and 5,000, almost 6,000 people
Did not
that
vote.
didn't vote. Now, the reason why I share those numbers is because a lot of people, I have friends here in La Ia that I approach them and ask them, are you going to vote? A lot of them says, oh, I'm not into politician. I'm not into stuff like that. I just want to share with you guys, this is the time we share our voice. We make our voice heard. Because whether Keith wins for mayor or not, we will be a threat to the other communities, to say, oh, the North Shore, they vote, they have a voice. We cannot wait till something happens and then we go and protest and do all that stuff, because it'll be that, I sad to say, but that will be late. So right now is when we need to voice our opinion and we go out there and vote, because it matters. It really matters. So thank you, Siwaki, for allowing me to.
No, you need to stay here as long as you can with Pulefano and I, because those numbers, see, Pulefano, when you see numbers and you see facts, that it gives me a goosebump. How, we talked earlier, Carlo, with Pulefano about how people are so relaxed, and many of them are from the islands, and they feel like they just enjoy the privilege of being here and feel like their vote don't count or whatever their different reason. This is going to be interesting as we talk about this weekly, Pulefano,
I know, Coach, I think what really is, we need to educate the people.
Yeah.
We got to make a difference, because according to the numbers you just showed us, that sounds like only the parents are voting. The Matuas,
Yeah.
In every household, there's 2 parents and then 4 or 5 children.
Yeah.
And they're eligible to vote. And that's what we, Caroline and Judayu and many others like Kela from Aula, we're trying to hold things to get the younger people, the university level, to be able to, so they may know what's important for their vote. And we have to educate them, like we can hold sessions somehow, call all the young people together, and they need to know how important it is to vote. Water line, housing, all this education, tuitions, all that comes when you vote.
Carlo, I just shared to Junior you and a lot of our team, and I think as we start, we kicking off this Red Raider Nation radio, and this is the first show, and I'm here in the studio with Pulefano. Believe me, we're enjoying it, and this is the way to go. As we go, we have another hour and 20 minutes, and you're welcome to stay with us. And here's the thing, Carlo, if there's anyone else on our team that can come on, and because we can put 3 or 4 of you out there on screen as we just talk story, because what we talk about is what people picking up as we try to share with our friends. And this will be recorded here. It will be here forever. People can read what we talk about tomorrow, next week, the next. But I think next week, Carlo, we'll be ready. We're gonna have different people, that we can. Me and Pulefano can be here in the studio, and we can call you guys from different people as we bring points. But let me tell you, those numbers, I'm going to make copies of those. I need those in the studio as well. They
scary.
need to keep seeing that number over and over. Because 9,000 and only 3,000 votes? Man,
One of
go
the things
ahead.
that I want our community to understand is that it's okay if you don't vote. I'm advocating for Keith Amemiya. And the reason why I'm advocating for him is that he's a family man. I've known him for 12 years, and I know him personally, that he's a good person. And I've seen what he can do in the high school level, the state level, OIA, ILH, combining the the two programs in order for us to compete. Now, he also, I know a lot of people think, oh yeah, the only thing he can do is just sports. What people need to understand is that DOE cut the athletic program. The athletic program was on their own. They didn't have enough funding, so they were thinking of cutting a lot of the sports, including all JV and some of the female sports. Now, that really bothers me because I have two girls that I want them to play sports because we can't afford to go on to the next level. So gaining a scholarship was one of the main things that we looked at. And Keith was able to combine different programs, different businesses, big, small, and local. To this day, they still fund OIA sports. To this day, they still running the program. In fact, it's better now than it ever has. He also created Save Our Sports, and with that program, that itself helped all the athletes here in Hawaii, including Outer Island, Kealakehe, all Hilo High School, Baldwin, to be able to play and compete here in Oahu. Now, I know we're just talking about sports, but I also know him in different levels. For example, his son played with Alama, my second boy, basketball, baseball, and football. While they were together, I got to know Keith more, and he worked not just for the ILA school, but he focused on the OIA program. And to me, that was very important because this is a guy who doesn't need to work with other organizations like the OIA program, but he did. He did it because he knew this was their way of getting a better life, getting a better opportunities for their families. And that I will always be grateful for. Another reason why I think Keith is good is because he's able to collaborate with different organizations. For example, whether you're Mormon, Catholic, whatever religion, belief, your background, he can work with people, and he doesn't look at you because you're different race or different beliefs. He can work with everybody, and that I admire in a person, and that I believe that he will do a good job for Honolulu. Another reason why I would love our community to vote is whether you vote for Keith or not, please vote. So next time anybody wants to do anything in our community, they will be threatened by us because they will see 9,000 people vote from the Folau law. That's just from Ka'awa to Kahuku. You know how powerful that is? 9,000 people? 9,000 people can put someone in the Capitol. 9,000 people, voters, can take somebody out from the Capitol. So to me, that's so powerful. That says a lot more.
You know, Carlos, sorry to cut in, Polifano, but I think Carlo brought up some great points right here. You know, maybe that's why they thought, hey, let's put the windmill in Kahuku, because nobody cares. They're not gonna make any noise. They only had 1,000 votes, so. Because Carlo is bringing up a great point. It doesn't matter who you vote for, even though we're pulling for Amemiya, and I'll add on to what Carlo shared, because I have a personal, with experience with Amemiya myself. But what I'm saying is, the community that is powerful, they probably saw Hawaii Kai Polefano and said, no, let's not, by the time we start doing something there, they're going to be making noise all over the place, you know, and they are so powerful with the amount of voice.
Yes.
You know, if Kahuku, North Shore, only have 1,000 votes, you know, that's not enough to make a difference. Wow.
Okay, another example, Siwaki.
Yeah.
So District 47-3, that's Laia and Haula. Okay, District 47-2, that's Pupukea. 2,500 people registered. They had 1,200 people vote. That's almost half. Now, even though we said it's only 1,000, but their voice is heard. They have skate park. They have all these different things that the city and county were supposed to build here 10 years ago when I was working for the district. And it's still not there. The reason why Pupukea has theirs because their people vote. Their road is fixed. They have not only the skate park, but all the roads inside when you turn into Pupukea, they're nice.
Wow.
They're taken cared. And it's because half of them vote. For us here from Ha'ula, Ka'awa, and Laie Kahuku, only 20% of us are voting. Now, who's going to listen to someone or a community that only brings in 20%? No one's going to listen. We need to go out and vote. And another thing is, right now with technology, you don't have to go to the ballot and vote over there. You have it. The mail comes to your house, which reminds me, registration is October 5th, but the ballot for voting will be coming in the week after, which is the second week of October. That's when we need to vote. And when I say vote, mark your ballot and take it into the post office. Or if you don't want to take it to the post office, they will have a ballot box right there at the district park at Kahuku. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to go anywhere far to for your vote.
Right away. Thank you, Carlo, for posting. The information. Policy, Mary, thank you for being here. I pinned that information. Is on the bottom of the message. It'll always be there. All the details in there that Carlo posted. So please, people, share this with your friends. I can't wait, Pulefano, for our plan for next week, because I think unprepared for me to get all my friends and all the. I have a max 5,000 already on my Facebook, so every time I add somebody on, I gotta take somebody out, But I need to start focusing on this community, Pulefano, and. I thank Carlo. I'm so grateful for this man for always doing the whole family. The Ngaleai family. I mean, for watching out for us younger generation and pulling and coming in to put his time. Of course, Junior, we're gonna have to have Junior here as well next week, Pulefano. As we talk about our team, because we can have 6 people out there on the screen with us over here in the studio, and as we talk about these things, I think I'm shocked when I saw the number. I mean, I knew we don't. I knew that our community is the worst when it comes to voting. But I didn't know when you mentioned Carlo before you came on. We talked about a little bit, and Pulefano mentioned 80% don't vote. Look at that. Total register, both Ha'ula and Kahuku, are 9,281. Those are registered people. Total that did not vote, almost 6,000. Almost 6,000. You know what? That is terrible. And can you imagine, Carlo and Pulefano, the people who don't register?
Exactly.
The people who supposed to register but don't register. And I think this part 1 of today, Pulefano, after this you can add to it, is what the last day to register is October 5, 2020. So that is your first homework. Your first homework is, and the link is there. Carlo posted the link. Now that you see my face, Carlo, and also Pulefano, there's Junior Yu, there's David Teo, there's Telesia, Tonga. I try to share to these people. There's Lupe, New Tupuivaha, Reggie Torres. I should bring Reggie in the office here too. But anyway, there is a lot of the team here that could assist in different things. I think, Carlo, later on, if you might introduce the people that that are leaders in our different communities. But before you get into that, I would like Pulefano to add to all the great facts that Carlo already shared with us. You know.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Iwai. As I listen to the discussion going on, one thing comes to my mind: we have to educate the people. Now, we didn't mention Hawaii Kai and Laie, and that's a good comparison. Hawaii Kai, you're talking a lot of howlies.
Yeah.
Laie, Haula Kauku, we have predominantly
Police.
local. So, what comes to my mind is that we need to educate these people, those who are already registered and those who are not registered to vote. Because when they don't know and they don't feel what's going on around, and those satellite spinning things,
Yeah. Windmill.
windmill, yeah, is a good example to educate our people. We all came and we went against the police, went against the law, and everybody living right here in Kahuku. But we didn't have to do that if everybody understood and move on the law and emphasize everything that we need to be heard about. And I know time is short for us, the voting part, but I still think if there's any way that we can, the committee goes around to find people who are not registered and who did not vote, and we try to get them to go out to vote and to register, you know. That would really help out, but we only have about maybe a couple of weeks left before the ending part.
Yeah. You know, instead of waiting for October 5th, you know, let's say it ends at the end of the month. I think the other part, Pulefano and Carlo, on that first part, Pulefano, is asking our people to vote. I'm going to address my Tongan people that is on in Tongan language, and maybe you do the same in Samoan.
Yeah.
But and then we'll turn the time to Carlo to go through some of the leaders that they can seek assistance from beside us. Kainga tonga whamoremore. Ko ilo be ku mo whanongo mai ki he poini maolunga o mau talanoa ki ai. Ko kore ke kakai ke nau vote. Kai milahi ku tau whakapiko pe, kai ke tau tokanga, ka ku mana tui, ko ngawe ku tau whahe ahoni, ko tau whanau mo whangamokopuna. You know, the point here that I added on Pulefano for our older people, that the reason why we're doing this is not so much for us anymore as it is for our kids and our grandkids, you know. Ko ia e ka inga ko kore atu. Mo tokanga mua o tala noa ke mo whanau, you know, o whakamalo i ki nau tolu mo whakapapau i o nau o vote. Tai milahi, o koe ke nau futokanga ki ai he nau mo ua behenga i mea kehe kehe. Ka ko kore atu mātu, a pēkuia be me mātu a hen me Amerika, ko tui ku tatau be i he community kotoa, not just our community. The Polynesian community, o ku fu, they just lack the responsibility of voting or getting out to register, you know. And we are Americans now, you know. We're not going to go back to Tonga anymore, to Samoa, to live anymore. You know, this is our home. We are citizens here in the United States.
Morning.
And ko kore atu ke he mātua whamore more. Tau urakisio hiwa be ka koe. Whehui be, ko ke re sita nai ki ke vote. Ko ke mau nai ki ke vote. Pa ke vote ki he mea koe nu makore atu mo kalo ki ai. Ko siana koe niko a me mia, te utok tala noa ki ai. O ko ilo whakapapau, e ia ne toko ni lahi ki o tau matakari. Ko whakapapau ate whai mea koe. Ko iai, tala ki ho whamiri, tala ki ho kaunga api, kamata ke taunga unu. Toi sipe taimi, aho nima o katopa, ko osi re sitaia. Nā ke toki fie vauti hake ko tō mui. Pea hange ko mea na e lawe ki a kalo, o koe ke toi alku ka whetu. meiri atu pe, whai ho vouti, ri he meiri, koe wheitu heri, tā mai kia te au, te utokoni. Koe tau wha amu, ke pese te au, e tau kau vouti tonga. Tau te whito ki North Shore ko enu mau tānoa ki ai, ha ula la i e ka huku. Mau tolu kona i California, Amerika, tā mai ko mō family he ni whawhangu mai talang ki ai. Tānoa ka kalo, tānoa ka siwaki, ka sia, ka lupe, tolahi au pito e mau tolu o tokoni he ngai mea koni. Ko fusi ena mo, toenga koe nā kesa mo mea koe na kamata ke nau. Ke tau ngāu e whakataha ke ngai mea koni he koe ngai lelei. Malo o pito. Pule whaka.
Ia malo, coach.
Yeah.
O te whalatalata tu malelotu maulalo i tūlanga o pai o sa mōlo whawhonga mai. I tamali i mawhaila aunga whapea whaitua matausi. Mahalo ma whanau. I e pai e tō pai e matō mamalu. Ai se tu atu se mata upu ua tō whia i au e whasaswani atu ai tātou pō nei aso. O tūlanga rea o le palotanga, o lo o sauni e tuai Hawaii, o suenga le tātou pulenu ua o o le meia, i to tonu le malo o Hawaii. O e tusa e se fulu hafe tangata o la ia o ula makahuku, o register e palota, uman le stala e palota, aina e tolu hafe tangata, ua palota luinga e fitu afe tangata i elo o popole po le me tutu popole po a me ele o e palota avea o masui o sa mo le afiafi sa tau ona tatu o umalawe palota unga ima tangata e o e le stala e mawhainga le stala lunga o computer pe le stala le paper whalimeli pero le stala session mātou nei e tau tālata radio. Whaman mole e mana o mia lava e tato au whātasi, tato pālota mo se sui e tato pulenu o siri, o le meia. O le mele e mawhai ano saswani mani maloi e tatou. Tato ala vai, o wila, ma meia, mo meia o tutu e ka huku ia na whai ngere, tūranga tere lena pisa i ka huku. Ona le lapa tato palota. O lea Samoae whaman mori. Tato palota. Whai tato whanau i le stala o palota. Ma la inga atoa. Pa o daso lima o oktopa e mai le stala tangata. Whaman mori. To lua pa yaso. We have 2 weeks more. E le stala tangata palota. Mo tato malo o le meia e Honolulu, Hawaii. Whaftai, soifua.
Malo. Thank you so much. You know, I think we're doing, Carlo, we can't wait as we planned ahead with this opportunity. You know, I might double up twice a week because we don't have much time.
Yeah.
You know, and now I think I'll let our team know, you know, our schedule as we try to reach people. And I believe, Carlo, if we start sharing and now, you know, I'll talk to, but I think by the time we kicked it off next week, we should have, I should have 2 schedules. Might be Tuesdays and Thursdays, you know, as we come on and we continue, because this way we can do a tutoring, you know, what you're doing right now, Carlo, is going to be huge as people looking into our team. But this time I'm going to give the time to Carlo so that he can share with you the leaders in the different communities here in the North Shore. Carlo.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Siwaki. Thank you, Pulefano. Okay, so as you mentioned earlier, Junior IU have gathered some people in the community, and I'll name a few of them. But then at the same time, I want to invite everybody and anyone who wants to join us. You're more than welcome because we need help. We need help. Yeah. So Eldon Campbell is here in Laie. So I'm going to read out the Laie crew. right now. So the Laia crew is David and Kelly Teo, Marvin Cravens, Joanne and Terry Moyai, Fulefano, Lisa, and Really Toilolo. Now, Kahuku is Reggie Torres, Tia and Walter Tonga, Charles, Bishop Charles Telepaia, and Siwaki Levi. So thank you so much, Levi, Siwaki, for being a part of this group.
You're welcome.
For Haula, we have Semisi, Uluave in Haula, Kela Miller, Anui San Diego, Brandon Akana, and Marianne Long. Marianne Long is the one who helped organize the Kahuku.org for the store at Kahuku High School. So we're happy to have her on board too. Now, one of the things, like I said earlier, we just started 2 weeks ago and we've accomplished a lot of things, but imagine if we have more people involved. I know we'll make more progress. So again, please join us if you want to do something. If you can't go anywhere, because right now it's quarantine time, please send us, message us and say, hey, we want to help. Because if we just get 5 from your family, and then your cousins and uncle and grandpa and grandma, that's already numbers right there. And again, please help us voice our, let our voice be heard. It's been too long that nobody listens to us. This is the time. We have to voice stand up for yourself, especially here at Kahuku. There's too many things happening and we cannot sit and ignore it. I wasn't lucky enough to go to Kahuku High School. My kids wasn't blessed enough to go to Kahuku, but wherever they are very proud and they to represent the North Shore from Laia, from Kahuku. So this is our home. This is our home. We're here to stay and we don't want other things to change here without our commitment. And in order to do that, we have to vote. We have to vote. It's very important. So thank you, Siwaki.
You know, sometimes, because more likely our North Shore is a island people. You always have to call a luau to really get the people to move. You know, Lao is going to be there. Everything is going to be there. So we're going to have to really try to get our people, educate the people. And that's what me and Brother Pula of Kahuku, and from Haula is Bishop Tew Wesley. We're going to work into only little sessions to educate some more people to vote, how important it is to vote, like you said. And we have over almost 300 people on our list already. Still going.
You know, Carlo, it's there is so many, with the numbers that you present, there is so many, and we can't see it enough. The more we show, there is 9,281. That's only Haula and Kahuku, and only 3,321.
That's really sad.
Look at that. Almost 6,000 people took time to register and don't vote.
Yeah.
And as I added on the other number, Carlo, the people who don't even register.
Yeah, there's a lot more people than that,
So you see, people, we can be very powerful. For a very small community, we can be very powerful where people will know our voice will be heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a lot of people.
That's a lot.
Imagine if they vote.
Yeah.
Imagine if they vote. Like I mentioned earlier, that number can put somebody in the capital, in the house. And anytime we need anything, we will get it. For example, look at the Haula fire station.
Yeah.
For years, they've been trying to do it. Now, I know Junior helped Mufi into the Hale, and look what he did. He changed it for us. And there are many other changes that it happened during this time, and we have to do it. We cannot rely on the older generations to keep doing things for us. We need to do it, and we need. And Kulefano, you keep saying we need to educate our people. That's very true. We do need to help them understand why they should vote, why they should get involved. And there's YouTube videos. You can go on any social media. You can even Google the names on the candidates, and you'll find out everything you want to find out on them. You know, these times are changed. Everything is on social media. If you want to know anything, you just go on social media and you'll find your answers. So it's easy to learn about someone these days.
Yeah, you know, I want to add Pulefano to my relationship with Keith Amemia. When I was the coach, you know, there was a time when the OIA struggles, you know, with a lot of things, you know, and even though Keith was a private school, you know, Punaho, but
yeah.
he took the time, as he was the lead man for both league, to combine the league. You know how many times Keith drove to Kahuku, you know, almost once, twice a month, just to meet with me because of our practice, with the things that was going on. And Kelly and I and a lot of the coaches at that time met with Keith to hear his ideas and the vision that he had, as you know, as we tried to put together what was best. You know, there was a time that you find just a few players earning scholarship, you know, to go to college. And it was Keith that started to open doors for all of us, you know, and met with us as head coaches back then to put things together. But, you know, like Carlo mentioned, he didn't just care about the town schools or the private schools or just the people he
everybody.
knew. He came out here to Kahuku many times just so to get, you know, what we want and the things that to include us in the big picture, you know, and that is why I am going. Yeah.
What's going on right now is that with everything going on, there's budget cut everywhere.
Yeah.
And right now, all OIA schools are granted $9,000 for their transportation for all sports. Now, let's say a school in town, they won't bother them as much because they can just travel.
Yeah.
They can just go. But schools like Kahuku, it really it will affect their program because their athletics, let's say football. Football goes to state championship or they go to the playoff every year. Basketball, women and male sports, soccer, volleyball, all the other sports, they go to the playoff. Now with $9,000, that only takes, football will take all of that because they have their football team, the band, the cheerleaders and all that. They have to travel with the team. Now by the time the other sports come in, they won't have any form of transportation because they won't have the funding for it anymore. So right now Keith is fighting the legislator to get that money, to keep the money and not take any money from the OIA. Because no schools like Kahuku needs this funding.
You know, it's funny that Carlo touched this point. You know, Pulefano, when I was coaching, I had a lot of problem with this, and the two main reasons. I didn't cut anybody. I had 100 people on my team. You know, I brought people in, which means, Pulefano, I have to have 2 to 3 buses to do my transport. So that was. And we had to, oh my gosh, me, you know, Leonard Peters and my committee at the time, rest in peace, Brother Leonard, as we try to find the extra funding, the funds to do the transportation, and you know, Keith understand all of this because he's the one that reached in to assist me on that.
Yes.
And you know, the other thing, to add to it, not only the numbers, But because we're always on the playoff all the way to the very end, a lot of schools, their season is half of our season. They're done. They don't make the playoff. Is it like punishing us that is doing well every week to continue with that kind of budget? It will shut down the opportunity for the kids. And it can go on and on and on. But anyway, Pulefano, you can add on to that before Carlo continue, please.
For me as a parent, I have 3 generations now in Laie. The 4th generation has left. For anyone, as I listen to your discussion, that really cares about my kid going to school and achieving a future in sports, my gosh, I would really want that person to continue and to be our leader, like Amemia. He's been with the sports for the state of Hawaii for 12 years now. And he's been doing so many things, even in Kahuku. And he can elaborate on that when he used to be and he's a lawyer, and he's a biologist in so many things. But for anyone who cares about the future of my children, and look to increase and promote sports for our students, I think this gentleman, Amemia, will be someone that we look at to be our leader, because he's a family man, somebody who cares, somebody who wants to do good. And he's experienced and qualified in every way possible that we can look at. When I heard him give a talk, I was very impressed, and I hope all the Samoans will find this man to be well, and Tongans and Tahitians and Hawaiians, especially in the North Shore. Hello.
I just want to thank Dr. Reverend Kalesita Uluave Tuifua for supporting. These are alumni of Kahuku, and though they're not here, but they are very much into this program and the message. Thank you, Faifekau. Also, Tolofi Muti, thank you for always supporting. Kesaia, Mahe, and Fusi Levi is also here. Great to welcome Tema Lisi Uluave Hifo, Katak Famormore Tokoni Mai Faleaka Faleta. Thank you for being here with all of these of you who's commenting on this. Yes, we need to put our effort together to make sure that our children future will be taken care of. But I think tonight, Pulefano and Carlo, the biggest thing that we see is the number, the lack of people to register. And after they register, it doesn't help if you don't vote, So there's 2 challenges. Number 1,
that's a no-show style,
to register. Number 2, to vote, So those are the challenge. Please round up your family, ask them the question. First question, are you registered to vote? And if not, of course, we need to do it before October 5.
Yeah.
The second question, let's plan. Let's get together to eat breakfast and then talk about who already sent in your vote. I might start giving away some gifts, Pulefano, to my friends who video their voting ballot as they put it in the mail, or come with me, and there's got to be some motivation here, and but the real motivation, Pulefano, is for your kids.
The real motivation for kids, yes, definitely, because we will soon be in the back. We are slowly going away, and our kids are growing up to be for the future. He believes in the kids, and he helps the Kahuku High School, and he helps our community. And reminding everybody, as Coach Levi said, October 5th is the deadline for voting. And we ask all of our Laie, Kahuku, Ha'ula community to register to vote. And please vote. Like we showed you the sign, we have approximately 10,000 registered and only about 3,000 voters. So we want to increase that to line up at 10,000 each time.
Yep, I'm sure that Carlo is getting some numbers too as well. But you know what? Let us play this music that will remind us of our beautiful Laie,
Yes.
and then we'll get back. You know, but it's you know, I'm blown away so far, Pulefano, with everything that is going on so far. You know, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna show you. About beautiful Laie, but you know what, Stefano, it won't be beautiful anymore if we don't do anything about it right now. We're so glad that we have Carlo on a short notice, Pulefano, and that shows me, Pulefano, how much she cares. She just dropped everything. I just called her right in the beginning of the show. She knew we were getting together. And I just felt like we need her help. I called her and they said, Carlo, we'll be calling you what? Yep, please be ready. We need your help to come in because we need our people to get these facts and we'll get it all together. You know, we need to be heard. Like Carlos said, even if you don't agree with us for Amemia, the bottom line is we will show everyone that we have power. We have people that vote. And they better treat us right because if they don't, we make a difference. We can make a difference. We cannot make a difference, Pulefano, with 1,000 votes.
We cannot.
We have 10,000 plus. And I think if we get after the people who don't register, I think that's another 10,000, you know? So we got a lot of work to do. And thank you, Carlo, for gathering those numbers, those facts, because otherwise we'll be talking, you know, just talking about different things. You know, we basically have about a half hour for this show, but I believe, I promise, Pulefano, when this show is ends, well, it's the first one, yeah? Now
Yes.
that you know what it's all about, Carlo knows what it's all
Beautiful.
about, now we can share it with our friends. You know what? I think Keith can watch it when he has time because I shared to him. When they see what we're trying to do right here, and I think this is the way to go nowadays. We can go still do our door to door and all of the above, but I think we can have a little short training, of the, of what they need to do, different stuff in the beginning. But I think we plan as
I see.
because time is coming. Time is too fast. And we'll do, and you and I can do the Tongan Samoan show part of
Yeah.
it, where we invite all of them, and we'll I'll be talking in Tongan, you talking Samoan, and then we put it together. And but I think we need to,
We're going to end up being Micronesians.
yeah, we need to bring those guys as well because
They take all the Ulu.
hey, I'm gonna bring Ulus and they said, hey, you guys can have 2 each if all of you guys come in. But anyway, it's exciting to plan ahead, Carlo and I. I didn't know, Carlo, how this can help, but after doing this, I think this can really, really help. Carlo, if you tip your camera a little bit higher, Carlo, please, can you tip your camera a little higher so that your beautiful face can
can see
all
your
show?
face.
Yeah, I know. Don't turn off your camera. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's turn the time over to Carlo because he done share some stuff.
Okay, I just want to share something real fast before we run out of time. One of the things why we should consider voting for Keith Amemia is that he was 32 years old when he saved the sports. He was 32 years old. He was a lawyer for 10 plus years, and then now he's 54 years old, married to his wife of 24 years with Bonnie, and the son is now a sophomore junior in college. Now, just that alone, it's kind of unheard of in the politician lives that they're that young and doing so much things for the state. With everything going on right now in our state with COVID-19 and people losing jobs and people are deeply affected by this. I know Keith, with all the things, the resource that he has and the knowledge that he has, and he's young, he can do that for us. He can help not only just our community, but our state overall. So that's why I firmly believe that if there's anything we can do to change, I know he can. I know Keith can. So I wanted to share that before the end of the night. One of the main reasons why I want to be part of helping Keith is because I've seen what he's done. And he's done it from not just Oahu, but all the other islands. So I know he can do the same for our economy, to bring back jobs and focus on the local families, because that's what he stands for. He stands for trying to build the local families and providing more jobs for the local families. So that way my kids don't live in the mainland because they can't afford to live here, which is sad, but that's the truth. So it's something to think about for all the listeners. Go online. You can do your homework. You don't have to, if you don't believe me, do it. Look for it yourself so you know why we stand by this guy. And also another thing, remember, it's always good to vote for someone that loves and cares about your community, because when you need help, they will listen. So that's my 2 cents, Suaki.
No, that is very true. Pulefano, Carlo, we can tell that Carlo did a lot of homework.
She did.
She got her facts. She got the things that really catch the eyes. Goiane, katakiane ko kesa ena mo toenga fusi ko whareaka ko sia mo tokanga mai kahuku ki he tau tokoni mua ki he teke kakai ke tau o vouti he tauni whai pe mei api meiri mai pe ko ena ko spine atu pe information mo link pe te tau lava tala noa ki ai. I think Pulefano, I'm gonna do a little get together. I might do it at my farm where we eat and we'll talk about, the different vote and, just to get this, our focus on our little Tongan community, make it smaller, in the Ha'ulala'i and Kahuku. And I think we go that route as well, and then talking to our people,
Whamole ainga Samoa. A whape e sau whanau o mātua tu surwaru tau sanga a ngai runga. Avele stala i a pālota. I re whai tātou o na whai ese mea i tātou mālosi pa tātou nofo. A mātou nei e psasoni atu. Wala watu maloto maulalo. Tātou i le stala i a pālota u malawa a inga Samoa. Surwaru tau sanga na i runga. Let us all get our kids to register to vote, 18 and up, so that we can find a candidate that will help us. Our brother Amemia, he's a good lawyer, he's a good local man, he's a good Hawaiian person that can help. He understands our way of living. He understands our future and the things that we need in our community. So I just want to say that register our family and go out and vote for Vake Tali.
Thank you so much. Carlo, now I'm motivated more than ever now. After looking at that number, I do. When we started, Carlo, Pulefano mentioned, what? I think almost 80% of our people don't go out and vote. I knew, I told him, I knew it was high, but I didn't know how high. But when you send when you present those numbers, Carlo, those are blown away. We should be ashamed of ourselves, Pulefano, in living in America, living in this community, and yet don't take the time to do what we should do, to protect our kids, and as we plan for, Carlo, one more time, as we talk about the leaders or any other points that you have that may help us, because many of our friends, they will watch this later on tonight, tomorrow, because they didn't know. So after we finish the show, we will share this, and when they get to see it, then we can plan for next week. You know, because
definitely,
and then they can always view what we're talking about right now. Because again, there's so many things to talk about, but we are so basic, Pulefano, that we talking about registering. Just go register. Understand the deadline, October 5. And then after we get everybody registered, then we just need to get to everybody to mail in their votes.
Right.
That's the focus right now.
Carlo, for the registration, it's literally 8 lines. 8 lines for you to fill in your name, birthday, your address, and that's the basic. Your driver's license.
They can even do it online.
You do it online. It will take most people less than 2 minutes to finish the registration.
Man.
So no excuse not to vote or not to register. And if they need me to come and help them, or send one of our teams come and help them, we'll be more than happy to assist. But just for you sharing the link right there online, please just click on the link. You'll go right into that. Yes, Pula?
Maybe you can post a number they can call if they need help.
The number's right there. There's an 800 number, but if they need help, they can call Siwaki, and Siwaki can get a hold of me. I'm on Facebook too. So there's a lot of people who can help. So the problem is, are you gonna vote? That's the problem. Please do. Like I said, if you disagree with what Keith's belief and stuff, that's okay. But please vote because your voice is powerful. But again, like I said, it's very important to vote for someone you know because when you need help, he's the one who's going to come and help us. So yes.
So, would you like to say something more about Amemiya?
You know, I forgot to mention, Carlo, that phone number is a live phone. You see that 909-999-6589. Anybody can call us and talk to us right now. You know, it's a live phone, and believe me, Pulefano, when we get these people to know, they'll know how to get a hold of us. You know, they you know, but. I also pinned the information here. I can also pin a phone number. But nowadays, they can call messenger from anywhere. If you're not sure with the phone number, just look up Siwaki Levi, you know, and and make the call, you know. And I'm already having some plans on what to do, Pulefano, because I'm going to host next week Umu. Oh, we have a phone call. See, now they know.
Yes, people listening to
Yeah,
you right
hello.
now.
Can you please introduce yourself before you talk to us, please? You can ask any question to Carlo, Polifano, or myself. But introduce yourself first, please.
Hi, Carlo and Pulefano. Hi, my name is Pastor Pesaya Ngongotao Mahe. Reside here in Kahuku. But I just wanted to take this time and thank you guys for bringing up this topic. It is a very important topic to talk about, especially right now.
Thank you.
With everything that goes on around in our community.
Yes.
Who would have thought that we would have like the turbines or anything that's going on in our community? And I think at this time we really need to stand up and make our and vote. And sometimes we often think, oh, my vote doesn't matter. But it does matter because there are many votes that has happened in the past where it only was a difference of a few hundreds or a few votes. And that goes to show how important it is that we all go and vote. And like what Carla said, even if you don't go and learn about the issue and stuff, the main thing is that you go out and vote. Because when that opportunity is taken away from you, you wish you had that opportunity given back to you. So I'm very grateful for you guys for bringing up this topic because
Thank you.
it is something that we should all take pride in having an opportunity to vote, especially here in America. And I want to thank you guys for that, Carlo and also Pulefano. And great to see you, Pulefano.
Good to see
Bring
you.
in our Samoan community together with our Tongans, especially on this radio station. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You know, I think it was perfect timing to introduce the phone number because, you know, as we go on the next shows, you know, Pulefano, they can call live from anywhere to share their you know, their info, but I think Kesa here bring up a great point of, you know, of voting, you know, and like we already mentioned, you know, but Carlo, you have said all the key points that will, you know, make everyone come on, you know, and I'm excited, Pulefano. What about you, man?
Oh, I'm really excited The only thing to me, I wish we had a little more time, yeah?
Yeah.
I know it's toward the ending that we are kicking this off, but a champion team kick the ball anytime. Because, and you know that, Coach.
Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left in the game. This is when everybody's up in the stand. You know, we need your effort, you know, and if there's any community who understands that, Bulefano, it's us. You know, we can do it. You
Exactly.
We can do it. You know, I think, Bulefano, a lot of them, they're just busy with the different things that they're doing, Carlo. It's not like, but they just need it for us to talk to them like this. I promise everyone that turn in to hear what we talk about today, they will be registering. They will register and they will vote. You know?
Yes, exactly.
Before I turn the time to you guys, I need to share an example. When the windmill was starting to be driven to Kahuku, the only thing that we got, that we thought or we knew how to challenge it, was to go and sacrifice ourselves on the line to be arrested, as we try so hard for our voice to be heard. You know, people, that's not the right time to be heard. That's not the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Is to register so your voice can be heard and your vote count. And even if it's not for the same people that we're asking for, but as Carlo mentioned in the very beginning, they will notice that this community votes. They have a voice. And depending on what we decide, it can make a difference. It's not because we can have 20,000 votes. It's because the difference between the winner and the second runner-up could be 5 people. It could be only 50 or 100. Definitely less than 10,000, Pulefano. You know? And so we have power, Carlo, yeah? What do you think, Pule, before Carlo finishes off our time? Because we got about 20 minutes, because he has a lot of things to share.
Well, I echo what you have just said. The only thing that I want to reiterate and remind the people, if we don't vote, they don't get upset and grumble about the mistakes that goes on in the city, in the government. Because you didn't try to put your voice inside there so that you can be heard. But too many times people complain about the cities, their countries, but they don't do anything about it. So we're asking everyone who's hearing our voices tonight, if you have nothing to do this week or the whole next month, go and register your children or your relatives. Register all those who are eligible so that we can get a big number from Laie, Haula, and Kahuku. Remember the numbers that Carlo has just shown you tonight. That's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to see those numbers. 10,000 registered voters, only about 3,000 voters. Oh, man. That's like, see how embarrassing that we are. 5,900, 600 people did not vote the last election. Please, we ask you, we are helping our community, our North Shore, to help so that we can all together move together and vote on someone that can help our sports, our schools, our homes, our land, and everything that we are living happily. So thank you very much, Coach, for this opportunity.
Carlo?
Okay, I thank you so much, Pulefano, for sharing that, and thank you, Kosiwaki, for giving me this opportunity. I think something we can all relate to is our football teams there in Kahuku. Everybody loves our football team. When it comes to playoff, when it comes to state finals, the whole state is afraid of you guys because you are known for the sea of red, your voice, your action. You come out and you guys are powerful. So from the other side, all we can do is just take the tomahawk and sit quietly and hope for the best. Now, if we bring out the sea of red and voice our and get our voice be heard, we will determine who's going to be in the office. We will determine who's not going to be in office. So we can make all the noise. We can take all the buses and make plenty noise at the Capitol, but that will be too late. Let's make our noise by voting. Voice out. Let's voice our votes, because that is so important. It's vital. So I hope, if anything tonight, if you take anything from our program tonight, is how important it is for you to vote, because it might not, to you, it might not make a difference, but it really does to your kids and to our community. So when that ballot comes, please vote. If you want to if you don't know if you registered, it's easy. If you have a Hawaii license, that means you registered. So you can check if it's ready to expire. Check again. If you are 18 years old and you don't have a driver's license, you still can vote. As long as you're 18 years old, you can vote. So let's go, Kahuku. We got this. Let's go, North Shore. We got this. Let's vote. Thank you, Silaki.
Okay, we're gonna show you a video clip of what Red Raider Nation can do, and after that we'll come back and we will wrap up our program tonight with each of us. But at the moment, we're gonna watch some of our Red Raider graduation here. This is what we're capable of doing. Kahuku is all about. When we are getting close to the end of the game, we have to do what we need to do to win it. We're not in here not to win. You know, our voice will be heard. You know, instead of running and risk our body in front of the automobiles or try to stop whatever is legally happening, even if it's against our will, it's so much easier to have a representative of our community to talk to someone in office, because they will hear our voice, because they won't forget how they got there. That's why it's important that we know and do our homework of what we want, who we want, and to make sure we are in it together from the beginning to the end. There'll be a lot of people that are trying to get their voice heard at the end of the game or when it's already over. But it won't matter. This is the time. This is our time. You know, Pulefano and I and Carlo are here. Just a small number to try to motivate you all. That voting is important. Voting is important. It will show them that we got the power. We got the numbers. We care about what is happening because we care about our kids and our children and our grandkids in the future. It's about time that we turn things around. And I think, Pulefano, these numbers were this low all these years in the past because I don't think it was any different, you know. But we should make a difference. We should make a difference. These numbers should change, you know, and our voice will be heard. And before they approve anything in office, to even start the small talk of putting more windmill or anything that we do not know about, we will have to be
heard.
Yeah, we have to be before they even begin to start any project, you know. And I think it all starts right here, right now. It's never too late. Yes, we are behind right now with the scores, Pulefano and Carlo, but we still got time. You know, even we have won state championship in less than 10 seconds in the past, you know, and I know we can do this. We got 3 weeks, basically almost 3 weeks to go, and we're gonna turn it on to go from here, Pulefano.
Well, you know, Coach Levi, you have said everything that we need to remind our community that they should have 2 weeks for them to get their children, get all their families, make a list, call them up, email all your friends, your family, get them to register. And then most importantly is to make sure they vote. Let's change the number that you've seen tonight. 9,000 to almost 1,000 people that registered, already about 600 that voted. Come on, people, families, and dear friends of the North Shore, let us make a difference like Coach Levi said. Let's go all out and make a difference in our city, in our government, and everything that we are. When we vote, our voice will be heard. When we don't vote, nobody's going to know that we are alive here at the North Shore. So people, ainga umalawa, tato palotam sauni atu, to lua vayaso, whaftaito whafonga na dea whiawhi.
Malo a pito kainga, ofa peke tau toi tala noa he wawetaha, tā mai ke te au, ko Carlo, peke a Teresia a Whiaki Tonga, lupe ni utupui waha, tō lahi au pito e kau ngā ue au ki a fusi, ko Kesa, Whareaka, hatahape, e hifo, kau mo koe ai, toka ngā tu ke tawhaki haula, ko pau peke whae tau ki umu, pau pōpō la vei uta, tala noa ki ngai mea, mo ngai palani te tau whai ma e tau whānau. O whātika mō tolu kotoa na mō kau mai e whia whini, kai tuku mua hendi ki a Kalolaine, ke ne hanga whaosi atu, ai miniti e fitu koe ni uto e Kalo, ma ukotoa ia e koe, hape mea ko ne ngatai, pe te tau whaosi a ke foi whasi, me ia Fiji himself, ko e sweet talingi ke whaosi aki e tau polgala mau poni. So we will be finishing off our program after Caroline will give you our last message of the day. Believe me, tune in next week. Me and Pulefano will be here, Carlo will be there, and there'll be more people to come on. And as after next week, I will announce the double up after next Thursday, it might be Friday again or Saturday. And then we're going to double up or maybe even 3 a week because we're going to keep doing this until we feel like that everybody already register, until everybody know. We're gonna start reading names. We're gonna be doing so many things, Pulefano. We're gonna start calling people live on screen here. They're gonna come in and share, and we're gonna do some planning for next week because I think this can really help. I truly believe, Pulefano, with you and I sitting here, in this office, we can reach a lot of our people.
Amen, brother. We'll do our best.
Yeah. Carlo, all yours.
Okay. Again, thank you so much. Hoi ki makainga ko kole whamore more atu peka ia tono no he whiawhidi ki pō kalama no ko e nika ko kole whamore more atu pe. Ko whiawhia he kole mai siwaki ke wahakau he pō kalama ko e nika ko ina ko iloi lai tau tolo peke tau mahu inga ia ngai mea ku hoko I mamani pe ngai mea ku hoko tau ki te tu uti wha Hawaii I pe. Ko ilo I klahe taimi o tau nofo peo whalala ko hina ko siasa o tau kau ki ai pe ko la ia community o ku run pe he HRI ka kokole atu pe taimi ke tau o mai po I ke uhinga ke iai taimi te tau ka hoka whainga palpalema he tau kreitu uni ko tau tole te tau o kore ka tau kore atana ko uti na whanonga mai ko uhinga o tau ke ia no whatupulaki mo no langa ke uhinga ke lawa ke bau e ngai mea o tau whia mau hangi e koe ni koe fire station koe ni haula me whainga ta au pito ke ai a fire station ko ni ka ko hinga na hanga mufihana meno o langa ko hinga na popo ma lo ya pito la ia ki ai la ia ha ula mo ka ko pe taimi pe taimi to tono ke tau tu pa tom ke tau to kan ki ai he ko palo pale ma ko tau pale ma ia tau to mo tau family ka pau he kai ke tau alo popo na ai ka taki ko ni now again I just want to thank you guys for inviting me to this radio show. Thank you so much. I honestly wasn't prepared. I wish I was more prepared than what Siwaki has complimented me, but I just want to state the facts. I'm not here to say I know more than anybody. I just want to state the fact is that our youth has been supported for many years, and a lot of people don't know that Keith Amemia made that happen. Our families are affected by the COVID with what's going on, not just our community, but the whole state of Hawaii. We need to be smart if the choices we're making. We need to know who's representing, who will represent us. We need to learn about them. You can't make excuses, oh, I don't know about that person, because it's right in front of you. You just Google them and learn who am I voting for, because who will best represent my belief and my values. I firmly believe Keith Amemia because I've known him for years, way before he decided to be a mayor, to run for a mayor. So I ask you, I beg you guys, vote. Whether you vote for him or anybody, please vote, just so we know that our voice are heard to the Capitol. So next time we need something, they will listen because they know our voice are powerful when we come in together and vote. Again, thank you so much for including me in this program. Maybe next time I'll better prepare and have a lot more to share, but anything about Keith, all you have to do is Google him. You put Keith Amemia and his biography will be there, his accomplishment, what he's done for our state. And he can do the same when he becomes mayor. He can help us with our economy. And especially, he believes in our local families. So that's one of the things that I advocate for, is that he knows our struggling family. Yeah, he graduated from Punahou, but before that he went public school until his sophomore year in high school. Then he went into Punahou. But before that, he was just a struggle, young boy, just like you and I. And he did something and built something for himself. And now he wants to be a mayor so he can represent all the families like you and I who was struggling, living paycheck to paycheck and trying to make moves. And especially what's going on right now, we need someone who will make changes. We need someone who will stand by his word and make it happen. And I believe Keith will be that person for us that will help our families. So thank you so much, Siwaki. Thank you, Pulefano.
Thank
so
you.
Much for.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlo. Just like Pulefano and myself, we are Keith Amemia all the way. And ofa to make kahuku ko au Siwaki kakala rivai. Hoa ngāwe Pulefano ngareai. Whamalo kia Caroline muti ulu ave. Mo pouria.
Sometimes I wonder just how things happen this way. And I'm just reminiscing of that one whole night we once met. You'd pick me up every morning, just be through with the club. I never thought that a girl could love a man this much. I am overwhelmed and baby, I just can't thank you enough. And I'm wondering, oh, sweet darling, now tell me, what did I do to deserve you? What did I do, babe? What did I say